to another What I Eat in a Day video. I'm going to be doing this kind of vlog style, and this is one of those days where I'm kind of trying to squeeze a lot into one day. I'm getting myself ready to go home to visit family for the first time in such a long time, and I'm really excited, but I'm having one of those like packing, laundry, that kind of day. Ordinarily for that kind of day, I would have my hair on top of my head, I would have no makeup on, and I would be in my pajamas all day, just kind of like tinkering around the house and getting everything in order. But I'm also going to be going to see my friend Chloe this afternoon and her friend Emily. We're gonna catch up because it's been such a long time, and so I'm just squeezing a lot into one day. I'm also filming some stuff, so it's a little chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. I have a little bit of nervous butterflies, but I thought it would be a good day to show you what I eat in a day because it is gonna be a little bit out of the ordinary, but I'm also gonna be meal prepping and cleaning out the fridge, and I have some stuff that I know will be helpful for those of you who have kids or like if you like to meal prep and that kind of thing. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little bell so you never miss a video, and let's get started with breakfast. Since I was going out of town, I wanted to make sure that I made the most of all of the produce that I had laying around, so I had some ripe bananas that I decided to turn into breakfast cookies. Now these are really great because they're naturally sweetened, they happen to be oil-free, and they're really meal prep friendly, so I had them for this day, but I also had some for the plane the next day, and you can freeze them as well so that you can just have them kind of ready to go whenever you want them. So you just need mashed banana, nut butter of choice, peanut or almond works really well, and then some flaxseed, and I like vanilla. And then I'll do a little bit of soy milk, and then I'll just let this kind of hang out so that the flaxseed can kind of thicken up a little bit. And in the meantime, I just go ahead and prep my dry ingredients, which is just oatmeal. I take regular old-fashioned oats, just plain old-fashioned oats, and I grind that in my blender for about 10 seconds and it creates oat flour. Then I'll add some more oats for texture, as well as some salt, baking powder, and cinnamon. And then that's it. I just combine the two together to make a nice cookie dough, and I will go ahead and form this into cookie shapes. You can do them bigger or smaller, whatever you like, but I do around 2 inches or so. Then you're just gonna bake them. They only bake for about 8 minutes, so it's super quick. And once they're totally cool, you can freeze them in a flat layer and they freeze really well, and then you can just microwave them and have like a warm banana bread breakfast cookie whenever you want. This is what the cookies look like when they come out of the oven. They don't have to bake for very long, but they get kind of nice and chewy. They're really hearty too. They're more filling than they may seem because they've got whole grains, fiber, protein, complex carbs, healthy fats, tons of vitamins and minerals too. So I think I had like 2 or 3 on this day with a little more nut butter on top. And then I served it with my coffee, with soy milk and an orange. And it was a really nice breakfast. I mean, who doesn't want to eat cookies for breakfast? It's a little while later and I've been doing laundry, kind of packing. I have my computer in front of me in case you're wondering what I'm looking at, because right now I'm going to go ahead and place an order on Thrive Market, and I teamed up with them again because I basically shop there multiple times a month. I love getting my groceries, all my favorite pantry essentials, my vegan snacks, some of my treats, and like the staples that I need to make some of my favorite meals. I get that on Thrive because I always save money and it saves me a trip to the grocery store. And so I thought it'd be fun to do kind of like a shop with me and show you in real time. I'll share my screen with you and just kind of show you some of my favorite stuff to pick up. What I always do when I go on Thrive is I go on Buy It Again, and that way I can kind of see what some of my favorites are and make sure that I have my staples included in the order. And so right off the bat, one of the first things I'm seeing is the Santa Cruz Organic Creamy Nut Butter. I like the dark roasted, and it is so good because I feel like it's really creamy. It has a nice amount of salt to it, and I like that it comes in a glass jar as well. And so this is definitely one of my favorites that I pick up, and it's 18% off from what you would get at the grocery store, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, as well as some of these Enjoy Life semi-sweet chocolate mini chips. These are my all-time favorite vegan baking chocolate chips because I use them in all my vegan desserts, whether I'm making my peanut butter and jelly peanut butter cups or my chocolate cherry bombs, if I make my pumpkin spice granola bark or any granola bark for that matter. I just think that the Enjoy Life chocolate is really creamy. It doesn't have that kind of like powdery dark bitter flavor that some chocolate has. It's like a very creamy, sweet chocolate that when you use it in the recipe, it really does have kind of like a candy bar effect. So I love using these, and they're allergen friendly as well. So if you're going to be making treats for like your kids' daycare or school or for a birthday party or something, and you want to make sure that you have an allergen friendly option, these are awesome. So I always load up on those. I'm also going to go ahead and get these Thrive Market organic gluten-free oats. Whenever I'm home, my mom, we love doing like family breakfast together, but my mom loves oatmeal, but she also really loves my oatmeal pancake recipe, the 4-ingredient oatmeal pancakes. So I know I'm going to need a lot of oats when I'm visiting her, and I'm going to send all of this stuff to her house so it's there when I'm in Florida. I'm also just gonna go ahead and type in nori because I know that we're gonna make sushi, and they have a couple of different options. I think I'm gonna go for this one because it's roasted, and I think that's the one I like to use. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that's the one I like to use, and I like that it's organic as well, and it's 15% off, so that's awesome. I really like incorporating seaweed and kelp into my diet as a vegan because it's naturally high in iodine, which is really, a good thing to make sure that we're getting in our diet. So the easiest way that I know to get it is to eat sushi and sushi bowls and stuff like that. Now, I love this Eden Foods wasabi powder. You just mix it with a little bit of warm water until it becomes a paste, and you can use it for your sushi or your sushi bowls. And I actually used to work at a Chinese restaurant on Sunset Boulevard up in West Hollywood, and my job was to mix the Chinese hot mustard, which is like this mustard powder that also is in the like wasabi horseradish family, and oh my gosh, it always smelled amazing, but it would like clear out your sinuses because I'd be mixing this huge vat of it basically, and it was like my favorite / least favorite job, but it always reminds me of that when I'm making wasabi at home. I think I'm also gonna get the lesser evil. I'm gonna type in popcorn. So for popcorn, I have 2 different favorites, and I really like to make my own like popcorn snack mix rather than just eating it straight out of the bag. No, that's not true. A lot of times I eat it straight out of the bag, but sometimes, especially if I'm doing kind of like a movie night with family or friends, or if I just want something that feels like a little bit more flavorful and more of a treat, I will use the popcorn to make like a snack mix. And so I really like using the organic Himalayan sea salt because it's like light and crispy and airy, and it has almost like a butteriness to it even though it's vegan, and it's really nicely salted. And unlike when I try to make my own popcorn, all of the kernels are nice and popped and like uniform and airy, and I just really like the texture. And so what I'll do is I'll put it into a big mixing bowl, and I'll add in other different kinds of like pretzels or nut mixes. Thrive Market has one of my favorite paleo snack mixes. I'm not paleo, but they have this, let me see. Yeah, it's the Chipotle barbecue snack mix, and it's like pecans, cashews, like whole pecans, whole cashews, roasted, and then it has like banana chips, so nice and crunchy, and it has this really delicious barbecue chipotle seasoning on it. It's so addicting, and I really like mixing that in with the popcorn to make a snack mix, again with like pretzels or something like that. Sometimes I'll even do like a sweet and salty combination. But oh my gosh, it is so delicious. All right, so I'm gonna finish placing this order now, but if you guys wanna try Thrive Market, there is a link in the description box below. You can sign up to become a member for 1 month just to try it out, or they can do a 12-month option, which is the one that I have. And for every membership that they receive, they give one to a teacher, a student, a veteran, a first responder, or a family in need, which I think is awesome. So definitely check it out, give it a look. As you can see, it's really convenient just to sit at home and to peruse everything they have, all the options from the comfort of your own home. There's no loud music, there's no people around. I don't feel rushed, I don't have to stand in line, I don't even have to change out of my pajamas if I don't want to, which is why I love shopping on Thrive. So I will put that in the description box for you, and I will see you guys at lunch. For lunch on this day, we met at the Green Table Cafe. It's on Pico in Los Angeles, and it's a really beautiful cafe that has lots of great salads and sandwiches, burgers, and acai bowls, smoothies, and nice desserts as well. I love coming here for just like a really casual hangout, and we got some very delicious things. We got the vegan tuna salad, which is chickpea based. It comes with this really yummy grilled bread, nice greens, and then we shared some desserts, my favorite of which was the lemon meringue pie, all vegan, but so delicious. That crust is like super buttery. It's like a nice shortbread crust. It was so good, and it was a beautiful day, so I went on a long walk afterwards, and it was so nice. So I'm back home now and I've been talking on the phone mostly, but I've been packing, doing laundry, just kind of getting all my ducks in a row, and I'm gonna make some dinner. I need to just use up what I have in the fridge because I don't want anything to go to waste. And I know I have some tofu. I don't have that much fresh stuff. I've been pretty diligent over the last few days about making sure that I use up everything that I have in the fridge because I hate wasting food. So I'm gonna use as much as I can for dinner tonight, and then whatever I don't use will go into what I pack for the plane tomorrow. And I am gonna film a what I eat in a day travel edition, so you'll see everything that I pack and that whole day in a separate vlog, probably the next one. But for tonight, I'm going to try to use up as much as I can, and then I know I'm gonna do some stuff like, I know I have a lot of oat milk. It's oat milk that needs to get used, and there's just no way I'm gonna get through it, and I don't want it to spoil when I'm gone. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put it in ice cube molds, and that way I can freeze it into oat milk ice cubes, and that way it won't spoil, and then whenever I want to use it, I can throw it into iced coffee, or I can put it into my smoothies. I can thaw it and then use it for like sauces, like my mac and cheese sauce or my cauliflower alfredo sauce or something like that. That way it won't go to waste. So I'm gonna make sure I do stuff like that and kind of clean out the fridge. Okay, we are in the refrigerator. Right off the bat, I'm seeing there's a lemon I'm gonna use, definitely, and an avocado. I have a whole avocado and it's like perfect. So I'm going to use half of this for dinner tonight, and I'll put the other half in, like if I make a sandwich for the plane. This hummus, I'm probably gonna snack on right now with some like cucumbers or maybe some pretzels. Anyway, if you haven't tried this hummus, it is so good. It's definitely one of my favorite store-bought hummus I've ever had, and I think it's just very, very fresh tasting. Like there's a lemon dill flavor that's amazing, and then there's also this one. I love beet. If you don't like beet, you won't like it, but I love beets, and this is like a lemon beet, so it's like very fresh. I think it's probably the best beet hummus I've ever bought, so love this. Oh yeah, there's cream cheese. I think I'm gonna freeze this. I don't know if you can freeze cream cheese. Let me know if you guys have ever frozen it. Probably fine, right? Like, it's fine. I don't want it to go to waste. For dinner on this night, I wanted to use up the tofu that was in the fridge so that it didn't go bad. By the way, you can totally freeze tofu, and it's actually a really good way to get some of the excess moisture out of it. I know a lot of people will freeze tofu to create like a nice texture, just as kind of like a cooking hack. So definitely freeze your tofu if you're going out of town and you don't think you're going to use it in time. But I just went ahead and pressed some of the water out, cut it into cubes, and then I dredged it very lightly in a mixture of cornstarch, salt, and pepper. The cornstarch will help it get nice and crispy in the oven. What I like to do is just spray it generously with either coconut or olive oil spray, and that way it gets this really nice light coating and it gets golden brown and crispy in the oven. And then I just took some store-bought teriyaki sauce, I forgot what it was called for a second, teriyaki sauce, and I coated it generously, but you can do any sauce. You could do buffalo sauce, you could do barbecue sauce, anything you like, and then you want to bake it so it kind of like makes that nice glossy coating on the outside. And in the meantime, I was cooking some rice. Always have that in my pantry, so it's a great kind of like meal staple when I don't have a lot else. Wanted to use up the lemon that I found in the fridge, some of the last greens that I had on hand, and then I piled it high with the tofu and my avocado, little sriracha, and oh my gosh, this was so good. It tasted like takeout, but it was really easy and a great way to use up everything I had on hand before going out of town. And the next day I actually used the remaining tofu to make my lunch for the plane, which I'll show you in my What I Eat in a Day travel edition, which will be my next video. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun to see what I eat in a day, and I hope that it gave you some good ideas. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and make sure to check out Thrive Market if you haven't before, because I get so many of my favorite vegan snacks there and pantry essentials, and I know you guys will love it. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.